Today is Earth Day, a day set aside to look at and think about how we are treating our planet. Many people take this day as an opportunity to look at ways we can help take better care of the Earth. Since we can't celebrate Earth Day at school right now, I thought I would bring you to my yard and show you some of the ways my family helps take care of Earth and some of the creatures that live here. Our first stop is the birdhouse I put up for a family of brown-headed nuthatches. The brown-headed nuthatch is a climate-endangered bird, which means changes to the earth are causing this bird to have trouble finding homes, and it's in danger of disappearing from Georgia, one of the few states it lives in. Fortunately, our nuthatches have raised many families every year in this birdhouse that we have provided for them. If you listen carefully, their call is kind of like a little squeaky toy. Another bird that for a while was having trouble finding homes is the eastern bluebird. When people found out about that, they started putting up bluebird houses all over their yards, just like this one I have put up in our yard, and now they are actually increasing in numbers. This house has a family in it now, too. If you look in the opening right now, you can see at least one or two of the little babies trying to poke their heads out. They're getting ready to fly out of the nest pretty soon. Both the mother and the father bluebird help feed the babies. Pretty soon here you'll see Mommy or Daddy come back to the nest. There's Mommy flying up to give them a little something to eat. And off she goes to get some more. Feeding baby bluebirds is hard work. We also put out birdseed to help out some of the birds in our yard. Birds are really the only wild animal that you can feed where you don't cause more harm than good. It's really a bad idea to feed any other animal. They come to rely on people and they get too close and too comfortable. But for some reason birds don't seem to be affected. If you take away a bird feeder, they still do just fine. So we help out our birds by giving them some.
So as you saw, the nuthatches live in one house and the bluebirds live in another house. But the bluebirds don't like the nuthatches living so nearby, and they'll often go in and actually do damage to the nuthatch's nest. So I'm actually putting up a new birdhouse that has a smaller opening. A bluebird needs 1.5 inches opening, but a nuthatch only needs 1 inch. So if I put up this birdhouse over here in the woods, the nuthatches will have a house that the bluebirds can't get into. Another thing you can do is put in a small garden. And even if you live in an apartment building, you can put in just a tray of plants. But we're doing organic gardening here, which means we're not going to put any chemicals that'll hurt the environment. We're going to use only organic fertilizer, and we're going to use organic ways of taking care of the plants. I actually put clippings from the grass into the garden to help put nutrients back in the soil. Nutrients are the food that plants take up from the ground, and they use the sun to make food. Another earth-friendly thing we did in our yard is we've planted some blueberry bushes. Now, we don't always get to the blueberries, but the birds love them, and I don't know if you can see it behind me, but the bluebird house is right behind me. Now, bluebirds don't eat blueberries, they eat worms, but other birds will eat these blueberries, and if the birds don't get them, we'll eat them. And yet another thing that we do that's earth-friendly in our yard is we take the leaves that fall on the ground and some of the grass clippings that I already showed you on the garden, but we also take household trash that is organic. That means it's made of living materials, and it has to be vegetable matter. You can't put like meat or eggs or things out here. But you see there's some orange peels out there, and if I look on top here, there's a couple of banana peels and onions and pretty much any vegetables that are the parts that you throw away that you don't eat, you can put in your compost pile. And we'll come out here and turn it over, and over a pretty short period of time really, it turns into really good rich dirt that looks kind of like that. And you put that on your garden and it puts natural nutrients back into the soil for the plants to use. So another thing you can do is you can recycle at home. This is something that's really easy that anyone can do. You just have to make sure that whatever you're recycling has that little symbol on it that says it's recyclable, and then we just store ours in this container over here, and then it eventually goes outside into the big container, and then we take it up to the curb and the county takes it and recycles it.
You may not have a yard or a place to do some of the things that we have done at our house, but there are still a lot of things everyone can do to help the earth. Maybe take a little time now to brainstorm some things that you and your family can do. Happy Earth Day!